The left thinks you're not ready to know things. They want to hide the truth from the populace. They want to nanny you. A good example of this is the gender differences between men and women. The psychological results are this is proved beyond a doubt. Men and women innately are different. They have different interests given a free choice to choose different career paths. This was put into a thorough, scientifically correct document by James Damore at Google. And he was fired. What did he say? Well, he stated scientific facts as a reason for why there's more men than women as developers at Google. Women don't want to do this job. Somehow that's down to sexism, and it's men's fault that women, given a free choice, even in very free countries such as in Scandinavia, don't want to do this job. Whereas in fact it's down to innate gender differences. James Damore put this in an internal memo. He was fired for it. Now, Google knows that memo is scientifically sound and true. If you listen to what Google say, they do not say this memo isn't true. They say it propagates stereotypes. Oh, tough fucking shit, Google, you pricks. The pricks at Google, tough fucking shit. Truth doesn't have to fit your extremist, moronic ideology, and boy, does it not fit it here. What Google is saying is the dumb masses, their customers, the dumb masses, are not ready for the truth. There's forbidden knowledge here that normal plebs aren't ready for. If they tell the normal plebiscites that men and women are different, that's going to lead to sexism and stereotyping. Google is an organization that should be founded on the principles of truth, getting the true information to the world through a search engine. People searching for something, you return the truth. Google is doing the opposite. They're saying, we know this is true. They never said what James Damore said wasn't true because it's scientific fact and it's proven. They are, instead of feeding truth to the masses, they are propagandizing the masses with false facts. They're at best trying to hide the truth, and at worst, they're just lying. They're saying things like men can have babies. They're deliberately returning misleading search results. Like when you search for a CEO, lots of women come back. Women aren't interested in being CEOs anywhere near as much as men. If you search for CEOs, photos of men should come back because men are mostly CEOs. This is called truth. Google lies. What Google stands for now is propagandization and lies. Google is a lying company. It's a lying entity. It exists to socially engineer people. Google are saying about James Damore that you're not ready for the truth. You're a plebiscite. You will be fed what the party, Google, deems appropriate for you. You don't get to make that decision. It's up to Google to force feed you the propaganda that it says is okay. This is a corporatocracy. Google is a truly and deeply evil propagandist organization now. In stark contrast to its origins, Google is directly refuting science. Well, it's not refuting it, but it's going against hard science that James Damore put in his memo. And it's saying, we can't let this hard science be read by people. This is forbidden knowledge. Although it's true, and we know it's true, there's going to propagate stereotypes. How about you let people make that fucking decision for themselves? How dare you think you can unilaterally decide this? And why would stopping stereotypes even be on your right? Who gives a fuck about stereotypes? If something's true, it's true. Truth should be your number one aim. To find the truth and reveal the truth. Not some bullshit extremist ideology. Some nonsense intersectional Nazism. Because the intersectionalists, intersectionality is just Nazism. They're just racists. They're just sexists. They're just Nazis. You're following a Nazi ideology, Google. And you're hiding the truth from people. And you're forcing this hate ideology called intersectionality onto people. How did you get here? Why do you think this is remotely acceptable? What the reception to James Damore's memo should have been, he's right. Let's fire all these diversity shakedown fucks. Let's ensure that we have a completely fair hiring policy. And let's get back to doing the job that Google's supposed to do. Revealing the truth of the world as it is. Not trying to push extremist hard left ideologies onto people. Things that are unscientific, things that don't work, things that are pure evil, things that are Nazi-esque. Google are basically Nazis now. Sure, that they don't hate the Jews. They hate the white man. They hate men, they hate whites. Because of being infected by extreme ideology. And this is leaking out all over the place. If you get a UV scanner, you look in the metaphorical room of Google, there's stains all over the bed sheets, up the walls. No, it's a clusterfuck in Google. I think this is why Larry and Sergey have left, because they allowed the wokeists in, like pretty much every gutless big company, and now they're fucking it up. If, as a company, your focus isn't on truth, it's on pushing extremist ideologies that have nothing to do with your product, nothing to do with making money, and nothing to do with science, nothing to do with truth, you've fucked up royally. Not only are you losing your focus on profit, you're losing your focus on integrity. You're actively spreading evil in the world. You're leveraging an existing monopoly to spread evil. Google are evil. They are deliberately trying to cover up the truth, science, and they're infantilizing, as if people are so dumb and irredeemable that they can't possibly know that men and women are likely to choose different career paths. We already know this, you fucking idiots. Women and men, on average, choose very different jobs. They are different. I mean, if you've forgotten your biology lessons, I'm sure YouTube has some videos for you. Why would you assume for a minute, why would any reasonable person assume for a minute that men and women are exactly the same and are going to make the same choices in life? It's just fucking dumb. Google and YouTube are self-appointed censors. They've unilaterally decided in a completely unelected way, completely hidden way, they've decided what you can see, what videos you can see, what search results are returned. They've decided to change these based on extremist ideology to brainwash you. Google's got caught red-handed again and again doing this. This isn't hyperbolic. This is fact. This is what Google is doing every day. It's been infiltrated by extremists. It's propagandizing the masses. It's hiding science. It's pushing an extremist ideology. Use DuckDuckGo. Get off Google. If you work at Google, expose them legally. We need to get the truth out there. Get off Google as much as possible and spread the word. No truth is forbidden. If you're a search engine, it's your fucking role to spread the truth. Done. How dare you fucking try and bury science and fire a guy for writing a scientifically correct, accurate paper when you ask for feedback? How fucking dare you? You've got these small-brained pricks in your diversity department firing James Damore, someone with an IQ probably 10 times of theirs, because they're just some brainwashed zeros. Get these fucks out of your company. We need to work to change corporate culture and kill wokeism. Legally, of course. The Deviant Developer Podcast. Tap subscribe in any podcast app to never miss an episode. Please leave a review on iTunes and like on YouTube. It's essential to spread the word. To contact me or make a welcome donation, go to thedeviantdeveloper.com. Your support is greatly appreciated.